Good morning. Good morning and welcome for today's morning meditation, April the 15th. Always we start our meditation by paying respect, so that we open the heart, we align, we connect with the higher energies. We can all pay respect in our own way. A Buddhist, Christian, whoever can pay respect in their own way. If we have no spiritual tradition, we can pay respect to all that is holy in the universe. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Buddhang Dhammang Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. We close the eyes, we open the heart. And we bring our attention to the body. We bring our attention to the present, being aware of all these sensations throughout the body, being aware of the sensation of the body as we sit on the chair or on the floor, the arms, the hands as they rest on the legs, being aware of any tensions around the forehead, around the neck, around the shoulders. Whatever sensations we feel around the body, just being aware and letting go. Being aware of the body posture, and we can visualize ourselves as we sit here. As we visualize our body, we're sending our attention, our energy back to our own body. We bring our attention to the breathing. We can focus our attention at the nose, where we feel the sensation of the breath as it passes the nostril, just keeping our attention at that one point at the gateway of the breath. Or we can be aware of the rise and fall of the abdomen, as the abdomen rises on the in-breath, falls on the out-breath. So we decide where we prefer to keep our attention, and we keep the attention there. We keep our attention with the breathing. We keep our attention with the body. We don't send our attention, we don't send our energy outside the body. And we keep our attention with the present. In our meditation practice, we develop peace and we develop wisdom. We develop peace through wisdom, wisdom through peace. If we send the mind to the past, maybe anger, sadness comes up in the mind. If we send the mind to the future, anxiety. So to keep the mind at peace, we keep our attention only in the present. The wisdom we develop is the wisdom to know our heart. And this we can see only in the present. So to develop peace, to develop wisdom, we keep our attention only in the present. Being aware of this present moment as it arises, as it passes away. We keep our attention with the breathing, being aware of the breathing in, being aware of the breathing out, being aware of the body, being aware of the mind, being aware of all that contacts the mind from outside, from inside, and simply letting it go. Being aware of all that contacts the mind through the 5 bodily senses, being aware of all that forms in the mind itself, the thoughts, the feelings, the memories, the states of mind. We observe them, we let them go, we don't react, we don't get entangled. We stay with the knowing nature of the mind. We don't send the mind out to what the mind knows. Just keeping our attention centered with the breathing, being aware, letting go. When the mind is contacted from outside, from inside, we observe it, we let it pass, we bring our attention back to the breathing. We don't try to control or force the breathing. We don't try to control or force the mind. Whatever appears in the mind, we observe it, we watch it as it appears, we watch it as it passes away. We don't react, we don't take interest, just the mind watching the mind. If we take interest in what forms in the mind, then we pour our mental energy into this mental process. We pump it up, we make it bigger and bigger. But just being aware, letting go, the heart stays clear and open. We train the mind in mindfulness. Mindfulness means to know, to be aware what is contacting the mind right now, what is forming in the mind right now. And we train the mind to have the wisdom to let it go. Keeping our attention centered with the breathing, we patiently train our mindfulness, watching the breathing, watching the mind, being aware, letting go. Whenever we find the mind running to past, running to future, dreaming, drifting, we simply bring our attention back to the breathing, back to the present, always with patience. On our spiritual journey, the shortcut way is through meditation. The shortcut way to progress in meditation is through patience. The more patience we have, the more quickly we can progress. we bring our attention back to the breathing, back to the present, again and again and again. In time, the mindfulness becomes sharper, more refined. The attention stays longer and longer with the breathing, with the present. We train the mind in wisdom, the wisdom to let go. We train the mind in wisdom by observing the impermanent nature of all that contacts the mind, all that forms in the mind. The impermanent nature of all that contacts the mind through the 5 bodily senses. These bodily sensations appear, they pass away. When bodily sensation arises in our meditation, we can be aware of the sensation as moments. Moments of sensation arising and passing away. As we breathe in, we can be aware of many, many moments of sensation at the nose or at the abdomen, arising and passing away. As we breathe out, we can be aware of many, many moments of sensation arising and passing away. As we sit in meditation, usually there's some sort of sound. We don't control the world around us. We can be aware of the sound as moments of ear contact. We use the sound as part of our practice. We don't send our mind out to the source of the sound. Just being aware of the impermanent nature of the sound. Moments of ear contact, moments of sound arising and passing away. As we progress in our meditation, we can be aware of the sound as a vibration passing through the body. Moments of vibration arising and passing away. Sometimes we can go to some place in nature, simply be aware of the sounds of nature, the sound of the wind in the trees, the sound of the birds, the insects, as a vibration passing through the body. Sometimes we can sit beside a stream, just be aware of the sound of the stream as a vibration passing through the body, arising and passing. Being aware of the nature of this body composed of earth, water, wind and fire, solids, liquids, gases, heat. We borrow these elements from the world for a time to form this body, and while we have this body, it's always changing, components always being replaced. The fire element, the heat in the body, generated, dissipated from moment to moment. The wind element, the breath, comes into the body, stays for the duration of one breath, and it's gone, impermanent. The water element, the liquids in the body, the blood, the lymph, saliva and so on stay in the body for a period of days, all become replaced. The solid parts are all replaced over time, after about 7 years, 12 years, even the bones all completely replaced. All impermanent, components always changing. So we borrow these elements from the world for a time to form this body, and while we have this body, it's always changing, components always being replaced. Finally, we must give it all back. Finally, we return this body to the cycle of elements, earth to earth, water to water, wind to wind, fire to fire. Nothing remains to call me or mine. Being aware of the sensations from the body, through the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, the bodily sensations, as impermanent moments of sensation from an impermanent body. Being aware of the impermanent nature of the mental events, the thoughts, the memories, the feelings, the states of mind. They appear, they pass away. So we train the mind to always observe this impermanent nature of all that contacts the mind, from outside, from inside. And when the mind really sees, at a deep, deep level in meditation, this impermanent nature, the mind can see, this is not me, this is not mine. The heart lets go by itself. And in letting go, we find the real happiness. The happiness of peace, the happiness of freedom. Freedom from our own mental disturbance. We stop to pour our mental energy into our own mental disturbance. We stop to throw the heart in all directions with desires. I want this, I want that. We stop to squeeze, burn the heart with anger, irritation. The heart finds its normal, natural state of inner peace. The heart becomes more calm, more cool, more clear, more collected. And we see that the normal state of mind is simply to be at peace, to be content, to be joyful. We find the normal state of mind is what we call the 4 Brahma Vihara, the 4 divine states of mind. Kindness, compassion, joy, equanimity. We call these the 4 divine states of mind, the 4 Brahma Vihara. The Brahmas are the high heavenly beings. Vihara means dwelling, abode. So the high heavenly beings, they dwell, they abide in kindness, they abide in compassion, they abide in joy, they abide in equanimity. We call these the 4 divine states of mind. Actually, they are the 4 normal states of mind. It's how the heart should be all the time. It's the abode of the pure heart. We can enter this abode through the door of kindness, through the door of compassion, through the door of joy, through the door of equanimity. In meditation we enter this door through the door of equanimity, just watching the breathing, watching the mind, being aware, letting go. The heart becomes more clear, more clean. The heart becomes more and more at peace. So just by watching the breathing, being aware, letting go, the heart becomes more calm, more clear. And as we keep our attention centered with the breathing, we don't scatter our attention, we don't scatter our energy in all directions. The mental energies stay with the body, where they increase. The mental energies become more and more unified. The heart becomes more and more unified. As the heart becomes more unified, the heart becomes more energized. As the heart becomes more energized, the heart becomes more steady, more stable. If we send the mind to the past, maybe anger comes up in the mind. If we send the mind to the future, anxiety. Anger, anxiety make the heart hot, they burn the heart. This inner energy is always cooling. So as the heart becomes more energized, the heart becomes more stable, more steady. The heart becomes more and more at peace. We observe this state of peace and we let it go. Whatever is the state of mind, we let it go. As we let go of all states of mind, what remains is simply peace, joy, happiness. And as we let go of this state of peace, the peace becomes deeper, stronger, more refined. Because the mind of peace, the mind of happiness, is the mind of letting go, the mind of non-attachment. We breathe in air, oxygen into our lungs, into our chakras. We breathe in the prana, the life force energy, the light force energy of the universe. And as the heart is flooded with this life force energy, we feel more alive, more alert, more awake. Some people go bungee jumping, mountain climbing, parachuting, to get this feeling of being alive, alert, awake, living in the moment. A meditator needs only to go to his heart, her heart. As the heart is flooded with this light force energy, the heart becomes brighter and brighter. In the early stage of our practice, we may not yet see the inner light, but usually we will feel it. We feel a sense of lightness, refinement of the body, of the mind. And it shows in the eyes, it shows in the face. The brightness, the clearness of the eyes comes from the brightness, the clearness of the heart. In the New Testament, Jesus says, when the eye is single, the body is full of light. The Essenes at the time would have understood this clearly as a reference to meditation. When we keep our inner eye single-pointedly directed inward, the heart becomes brighter and brighter. The inner light fills the entire body. As the heart becomes more energized, the energy field of the heart expands. Our area of consciousness expands. And as the heart becomes brighter and brighter, we raise our consciousness higher and higher. The heart is the seat, the base for the consciousness. So as we make the heart very clean, very clear, very spacious, very refined, we get a nice, comfortable seat for the consciousness. And as we make the heart brighter and brighter, we raise our consciousness higher and higher. So just by watching the breathing, watching the mind, being aware and letting go, the heart becomes more and more at peace, more and more energized. The heart becomes more strong, more secure, more stable, more steady. The heart becomes still, but at the same time overflowing. Our inner cup is overflowing, overflowing with happiness, overflowing with peace, overflowing with joy. We find a wellspring at the heart, a wellspring of cool, clear, fresh, life force energy, light force energy. And as we watch over the heart, being aware and letting go, the heart becomes more and more energized. This wellspring at the heart becomes a fountain. Fountain of peace, fountain of joy. And the energy flowing from this fountain we can share with the world around us. We breathe in, focusing our attention at the heart chakra, and we wish happiness for ourselves. As we breathe in, the heart becomes more and more energized. We can visualize the heart filling with light. And as we breathe out, we let the heart overflow, wishing happiness for all beings. We can visualize the light of the heart flowing in all directions, above, below, all around. So breathing in, may I be happy. Breathing out, may all beings be happy. Breathing in, we energize the heart. Breathing out, we let the heart overflow. As we do this practice, the energy field of the heart becomes wider and wider. The inner fountain becomes wider and wider. the heart can become an ocean, a still but overflowing ocean of peace, ocean of kindness, ocean of compassion. It can fill the entire universe. It can contain the entire universe. As we breathe in this energy, we wash, we clear, we clean our own heart. And as we radiate this life force energy, light force energy from the heart, we uplift the world around us. We breathe in this living light of the universe. We refresh, we vitalize our own heart. We radiate this living light to the world around us. We uplift the world around us. Breathing in, may I be happy. Breathing out, may all beings be happy. And we can be happy with ourselves. We can be joyful with ourselves. That we start our day in the best way. We establish our mindfulness. We develop our wisdom. We clear the heart, we clean the heart, we energize the heart. We raise our consciousness. And we share this energy of peace of the heart with the world around us. So we can be joyful with ourselves. We can rejoice with ourselves that we start our day in the best way. We rise, we shine. We bring our attention to the heart chakra, just observing how is the heart now. Does it feel more open, more refined, more at peace, more steady, more secure? Whatever way the heart feels, we observe it, we let it go. We bring our attention to the body, being aware of the sensations of the body, being aware of the body posture. We can visualize ourselves as we sit here. We bring the right hand to the heart chakra. The left hand joins the right hand, palms together. And now the heart is very strong, very bright. And with this strong, bright heart, we make the intention to continue with our spiritual practice, which means to avoid doing evil, to do good, and to purify the heart. We bring our hands to the forehead in gratitude, respect. Back down to the legs. We open the eyes and we keep the heart open. And I thank you for joining me in this morning meditation, and I wish you a great weekend. Bhavatu Sapamangalam. May all blessings come to you. Shiva Shiva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho.